Welcome back to Community Calendar. I am the dork sitting in the middle on this high stool. So this is awkward, but I wanted to be here with my friends. So here's Celeste and Cindy, and they're with the League of Women Voters. So what do you want to share today? Who wants to go first?
Cindy does.
Cindy.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about League of Women Voters. It's a long-living organization, started in the 20s as through the suffragette movement, and what brought me into the League of Women Voters about 15 years ago was a time when I just felt a need to learn. I kind of was coasting through my life and just taking in what was around me, but decided that I wanted to dig in a little deeper as to how government works and the impacts it would have on me and my family and my friends. From there, as I got involved, at that time, the meetings usually encouraged things that were happening around our community that would help us in that learning process. Time has gone further along, and the political climate has become more charged, and we have taken a stronger stance as getting involved and learning, taking our lead from the national organization of the policies that are laid out, because League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan organization, but that doesn't mean we're not political. We are policy driven. We really want to inform our community, and so that's why we host legislative updates and town halls and opportunities for people to come together to learn what's going on around our country and locally.
Nice. All right, Celeste, you're up. What are you sharing with us?
I'm going to share some opportunities for you to join either our events or become a member. But before I do that, I want to give Cindy a shout out here. She's been the president of League of Women Voters for 5 to 7 years, and she is outgoing. And so I'm just very grateful for her leadership and others on the team. And also excited to welcome some new. So a lot going on in our local group, which is called the Detroit Lakes Area League of Women Voters. And so if this is at all resonating with you, we invite you to become a member. You can do that by going to leagueofwomenvoters.org. You can Google that. It comes up very smoothly, and it will direct you how to become a member through the national website. It's all online electronic payments. But Marcia Potvin is our membership director, and she's a person to reach out to. Furthermore, if whatever we're going to share with you today you want more information on, we have a lot of activity on our Lakes Area League and Friends Facebook group, and we invite you to join there. So enough of that. I want to get to what we have to offer. We have a meeting Tuesday, and that meeting will take place at Hub 41. It's a 5 o'clock social and a 5:30 meeting start. Our meetings typically go to an hour and a half. We invite you to check it out if you're curious at all about League of Women Voters. And if you want more direction on how to become a member, you can show up to that meeting. Another special thing is that is our annual meeting. So I already referenced, we'll be changing some leadership, discussing some other items that come up at our annual meeting. So it's a nice one to jump into and get a taste of what League of Women Voters is all about. On a weekly basis, we have a writing group that meets typically 4 to 6 at Bucks Mills in town. And the group writes op-eds or just ways of expressing opinions and advocacy. That again is a nonpartisan space, so you can show up with your opinion and get guidance on how to express it, where to express it, writing tips, and so on and so forth. Jen Johnson is our contact for that. We have a book club, and so stay posted for that. That will go in our Lakes Area League and Friends Facebook group. And then we also have a legislative update coming the end of June, which is a big deal for us. We've been doing this on an annual basis. And so we invite all to attend. It will be at First Lutheran Church. And I might popcorn back to Cindy for any other details on that one to save the date.
We're working with our representative Jim Joy and Senator Rob Kupek to firm up the date. We're looking at either the 23rd or the 30th of June at this point. There's still some things that are happening in St. Paul that they aren't really ready to commit to an exact date just yet.
All right. So tell us a little bit about, and I know that you said the political climate is charged. And I just joined the League of Women Voters. And what I like about it is that the meetings are very, get to the point. And so you can have confidence. You run a good meeting.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that you're not going to be there for hours and hours, right? It's very much to the point, and they leave social before and social after, so
Correct.
that's nice.
Yes.
And it's a lot of wonderful people.
We
Yeah.
have been very fortunate that because of all the work we have done, the payoff is people are engaged and wanting to join and be a part of that. And they are at the point, too, they don't want to talk about stuff, they want to do stuff. So that's why we have a writing group, we have the book club, we have the new snack size civics that you're going to hear more about, because it's that learning opportunity. And we look at ourselves as a way to impart that kind of education, information at all levels, and so that you are feeling empowered when you make your choices.
Yep, and that's what I love, feeling empowered when you make your choices. So, and the Snack Size Civics is a new series that's coming up soon. Celeste, you're helping with that, right? And what I loved when I met with the group, Celeste was part of that, is that it is inviting, it first is teaching about civics. Why don't you tell us about what we're trying to do, what you're trying to do in that series?
Yeah, and I'll give a couple of shout outs here to Sandy Torgerson, Christy Stahlberger, Sharon Josephson, and a few others who are really spearheading that one. I'm the communications officer, so I'll be pulled in a little bit. But the snack size civics is really just, when we go and approach government, there's so many processes, so many decisions made in specific ways how they're made. It's insane to start cutting that cookie, right? So how do you take just a little piece of it, maybe one process, maybe one element of government or our country's history, and start step by step in understanding it, and so that that's what we're hoping to do in some shorter videos. We're grateful to Leighton Media, who's helping us find homes for that, and give their communications expertise and really give us a platform on reaching the public, connecting with the public on just, again, these informational ways to engage with government. So if there's one thing I can plug, as I have the microphone, is that, hey, go to a local city council meeting to listen and see how things work, or a local school board meeting, county commissioner, soil and water district. Show up at these places that we don't see often in our news feeds or in the news, because they make such important decisions there that really impact us locally. And just go and support those in office. It's a big commitment to hold an office like city council or county commissioner, be on those boards. And so approach it as, hey, these are individuals offering their time. When you're holding an office like that, you don't get a lot back for it, I'd say. So go with like an open mind, curiosity, more of a support of like, how are we doing this together as a community?
I love that. Yep.
Can I piggyback on that just a little bit? Back to the snack size civics. The first episodes are going to be grassroots. We're partnering with VFW, the Eagles, and the Legion, wanting to really bring in that patriotic view of about your flag, Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem. These are things that are important to us as a country. These mark us as the USA, and so we want to broaden our knowledge of its history and where we're at with that today. And regarding the other being aware of what's happening in our community, we're partnering with the DL Chamber as well. And we're going to set up opportunities, again, to learn what's happening in our local governments and things that are happening in Detroit Lakes that will help us, again, engage and learn to grow.
Right. Yeah, and I love a lot of people, like myself prior, is like, I don't want to be in politics. And that's understandable. It's work. It's scary sometimes, you don't feel like you're in control, but I think we all have a responsibility to be involved, and the League of Women Voters is one way you can do that, with a bunch of cool people and get introduced into this with support, and then there's little things like, oh, you can call, you can help write. So it's like here's a way you can be a part of something, and it's bipartisan. And I know that somebody was like, is it bipartisan? I'm like Sharon Josephson said, we want to hear all voices. That's how we learn, and that's how we grow, and that's how we understand each other. So it is like I want to hear, what are you thinking? You know, so.
Best to be an informed consumer.
Yes, and to be empowered to make your own
Right.
decision. But you need to be informed, and so you need to speak up and be like, yeah, and seek out the truth and,
That's correct.
you know, the information out there. Okay. All right, thanks, ladies,
Thank
for
you.
coming in. And really quickly, the next meeting, again, give me one more quick thing on the next meeting that they can.
So it's Tuesday, and that would be May 20th, 5 p.m. social and 5:30 meeting start at Hub 41 in Detroit Lakes.
There you go. Hope to see you there. All right, thanks, and we'll be back with more community calendar.